Hello Minecrafters and welcome back to diamonds and silverfish, of course, to episode 10 of Let's Survive Minecraft. And as you can see, we are insta-mining because we got our beacon after defeating our wither last episode. In today's episode, we are building a creeper farm, which is quite a large build, and we need the whole episode to get this done. We also are planning on building a sugarcane farm, but we're not gonna have time for this today. We will do this in our next episode. The reason we are building those two farms is because soon we hopefully get an elytra, and to fly an elytra we need rockets, and for rockets we need gunpowder and paper, and this is what we get from a creeper farm and a sugarcane farm. Now, as you can see, we have been busy in between two episodes doing lots and lots of insta-mining. We moved our beacon down to Y11 and we have been able to gather lots and lots of resources. Some of them we need for today's builds. Now we also got lots and lots of treasure, and we've been busy smelting everything down. Now the other thing we have found doing some insta-mining off camera in between episodes is, of course, we found our second mineshaft, and we also found glowberries. Yes, finally, after such a long wait, we have found our first glowberries. So exciting. And wait, more glowberries. Now, it doesn't matter how much fun insta-mining is. It's time to pack up, bring our treasure home, and get ready for building our first creeper farm. We made it back to our base. We have brought back all our treasure. And now we start our build. Oh, pufferfish. If you found these, you definitely want to collect them. They are great for underwater breathing potion. So, pufferfish, yes. So, now, back to our plan. We are heading out into the ocean. I am planning to build our creeper farm out in the ocean. The reason for that is there will be less caves and less landmass around it, and the spawning rate for our farm will be better. And we're going to build it up in the sky so it is even further away from any caves that are below the ocean. So let's get going. Alright, this seems like a good spot, and the way we start building in the middle of ocean, you do need a lily pad. You place your lily pad down, you go under the water, and you find your lily pad. And you can build a block in the middle of the ocean. Alright, now it's time to start our little base here. We're gonna need lots of storage. There's lots of materials involved in this build. So we have set up our building site, and we have transported all our materials from our base to here. So there's gonna be lots of materials needed for this build up in the sky. So the main items we will need is blocks. We can use any kinds of blocks as long as they are spawnable blocks. As well, we need a good amount of slabs, and then lots and lots of wood. We will need to build about 720 trapdoors if my calculations are right. And then for all our small little details for the build, we need lots of torches to light up all the spawning areas while we are building, because we do not want to have anything spawning while we are up there building. We will need lots of ladders because we are building up into the sky, and at this point we do not have any scaffolding because we haven't found a jungle biome yet. So we're doing this old school. For our platforms and our water system, we're gonna be building 6 platforms. At this point we can build more if you like to, but I think right now 6 platforms are enough. So we need 6 observers, we need 6 dispensers, and 6 buckets of water. For our collecting system, we will need 6 chests, and then we need 9 hoppers and 11 rails, 9 magma blocks. And for our redstone clock, we will need 2 redstone torches, at least 17 repeaters, and then some redstone dust. The first thing we do is we're gonna be pillaring up to about level 200. Now, the good thing is as well, if you are building over top of water, if you fall down, and as long as you don't land on your building platform below, you should be fine, because if you land in water, you do not take any fall damage. So we are at level 190, which was 2 stacks, and I think this is far enough. And now we are building a small little platform. So our stair will come up from this way, so our platform will go just like this. We're not going to worry about the stairs until the first time we will fall down, and then we're going to use our stairs to get back up. This will be our AFK spot as well, where we are ending up collecting all our items. Now we have to make sure all the platforms we are building in the future, which is going to be quite a bit, we make sure they're all lit quite well to ensure we do not have to worry about any mob spawning. Next we continue up, and this time it's 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here we build a circle all around, and the way we build it is first we're going to do 1, 2, and then 1 off, and then we will do 1, 2, 3, and then very simple 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're going to repeat this 5 times. This is 3, 4, and 5, and then this way we're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3. And then 1 up, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to repeat this pattern until we get all the way back to where we started. Alright, our circle is done, and the next thing we do is light it up. And now we are filling in the entire circle, and as we are going, we're going to be lighting it up, because as you can see, the sun is going down and the mobs will come out. Alright, this is done. The next thing we are doing is building a wall that is 2 blocks high around the whole circle. Now we're only using the outer rim of it, just like this, all the way around. Now we're going to be adding 1 more block in each corner, just like this. Now with this done, we are heading back down to get some more materials. Here comes the fun part. We are heading back up with lots more building blocks, some slabs. We're gonna need ladders to get back up, and most important, 6 buckets of water. The other thing we can do as well is, if we don't want to jump down and get the water, because maybe it takes a little bit of time, all we have to do is build a 4x4 square and then a wall around it. And then we place 2 buckets, 1 on this side and 1 on this side. This makes an infinite water source, and we can take as much water out as we like, and we don't have to go up and down all the time. Alright, we made it back to the top, and now we're just gonna put slabs all around on top of our wall to ensure we have no spawning. Here we go. And now it's time for the water. We are placing a bucket of water onto each corner, just like this. And as you can see, all the torches are gonna be washed away, which is fine because we shouldn't have anyone spawning on top of the water. Now, once we have water in all the corners, there's one more thing we have to do, and we have to go to the end, each of them, the 4 ends of the circle, and we have to place 3 more blocks, 1, 2, 3, and 1 more water right here. And then this will make the circle complete of water, filtering our creepers to the middle. Okay, for us to know that it's working is that we have a 3x3 square in the middle with no water. Next, we have to build our clock for this farm, and for this we're gonna go in the middle. We're gonna go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go down 1. Then we go out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go back. And then we go out 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we fill this in as well. Now we have to place our repeaters. We're going to make sure they all be placed into the same direction. The ends we're going to leave empty. Here we go. And then we are going to delay them by 3. So we're going to click on them 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do all of them. At the end, we're going to put redstone dust on each side. And then a red torch will go on top of this. This is our clock completed, and we will start the clock once the farm is completed and ready to go. And for now, we will start building our first platform. And for this, I'm gonna crouch and build 1 block on top of a repeater. Next, we are placing a dispenser on top of this redstone torch. Here we go. We're going to want to make sure that the dispenser is facing up. Now we can remove this temporary block. Now for the platform, we are moving out 7 blocks. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to do the same on all 4 directions. All right, once this is completed, we have to connect all of the corners by going diagonal from one corner to the next corner. Here we go, this is one done. We're gonna fill everything in, very simple. And then we need to make sure we got torches and we light up the place. Here we go, our first platform is completed, and the next thing we're gonna do is we are building up to the second platform. For this, we're gonna crouch and we're gonna place a temporary block on here. We're gonna jump on top of the block and we're gonna be placing an observer. This observer will be facing down, and noticed once there is water coming out of the dispenser below and will activate our next dispenser. Now here we're going to do the same as we did on the platform below. We're going to do 7 blocks on each side. Now our second platform is completed, and now we have just to complete 4 more platforms. We have completed our 6th platform, and this is going to be our last platform as well. I had to go down and get some more supplies, so I built a ladder up that will help us go to each platform. Now all we have left to do is build a giant roof, and the roof will actually provide shade to this farm, ensuring that all the platforms are nice and dark, and we're gonna have a good spawning rate. For this, we're gonna be building up 1, 2, 3, and now we're gonna use slabs, and we're gonna put a bottom slab right here, and then one right here as well. We're going to be removing the middle block and replace it with 1 more slab. This will prevent any mobs from spawning up here, and all of them will be spawning on the platforms only. Now we are building a large roof, and we are going out 16 blocks on each side. Once all 4 sides are completed, we're going to build a T shape here, and we're going to be adding 4 blocks on each side. Just like this. We're gonna do this on all 4 sides. Alright, so far this is looking really good. Now we don't have to worry about lighting up this platform because it's a half slab. There will be no mob spawning on this. Now, next we have to combine all the corners to create the outline of our platform. Here we go, and now comes the fun part, to fill in all the gaps. And once we completed that, this platform is completed and we are almost finished with our farm. And we are done. What a massive roof. I think this was almost 20 stacks of slabs, way more than I expected. So now we're going back to our platform. We're gonna close up this. And now pretty much what's left to do is putting down all the trapdoors. The reason we put down trapdoors is because zombies and skeletons are exactly 2 stacks high, where creepers are a little bit less than 2 stacks high. So when we put down trapdoors, we will only have creepers, and sadly we also will have spiders spawning, and so which is giving us a higher spawning rates for creepers, which is what we want. We want to have more gunpowder. Alright, we are back, and I brought back 12 stacks of trapdoors. I feel if my calculations are right, this should be enough. And we also died. I landed on our work platform down below. I was able to retrieve all my items. The only thing I really lost is some XP, and we can get some more later. So now we're gonna do the same on every floor. The first thing we do is we're gonna add 1 bucket of water in each dispenser as we are completing each floor. Next, we have to cover the entire ceiling in slabs, and then we will repeat the same on each floor. For this, I'm just gonna start breaking down my stairs. Here we go, we are on the next floor. Here, we have to break this temporary block, and then what do we do? Put the water in. And this is it. We did it. 12 stacks of trapdoors were enough. And we got all the floors done. It's looking good. Now all it's left to do is punch a hole in the middle of the platform here, because we're gonna have to go downstairs and build our killing mechanism. Now with the center mapped out, we are gonna do a 4x4 platform, which should give us enough space to build our killing mechanism. And then we can remove some of these blocks right here. I'm still gonna leave at least 1 to ensure I know where the center of this platform is. The next thing we are doing is building 3 chests right here. Here we go. And the next thing is we need to build 9 hoppers, all of them facing into each double chest. Now this is completed, and the next thing we have to do is put our rails on top of our hopper, and I actually realized we have to remove one of the chests and put a temporary block right there. And we're going to build our first train track right here, and we're going to be crouching and placing the rest of them. We're going to do one more temporary block right here. This way we ensure that these 3 rail lines do not combine with each other. We're also going to be placing blocks on the side. Once this is completed, it should look something like this. Now 9 hopper minecarts, 3 for each line. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And now we're going to do this for all sides. Before we do the middle, we're going to remove this rail here. And we're going to be adding just a top slab. This way we still can open our chest at the end. The next thing we have to do is place our 9 magma blocks on top of our hopper carts, just like this. Now at this point we can remove this block right here, and we're gonna be placing a wall around the magma blocks. Alright, once this is completed, now we have to go turn on our clock, which will turn on our farm. And I think this is gonna be quite scary. There's a creeper downstairs. Maybe I'll have to go get my bow. Okay, I'm back, and in the time I came here, I guess the creeper despawned, so I am good. So the one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the redstone dust. And then we need to get 1 redstone torch, which will power the clock. We're gonna turn it off again and keep it going. So now the clock will keep going around and around, activated, and we can hear it working upstairs. So now we want to get out of here pretty quick. We're gonna be breaking down all of this, leave the ladder, and now we have to break this. The creepers are coming. We try to get out of here before we have a problem. Now the good thing is when creepers explode in water, they don't do any damage. Well, Minecrafters, I think this is it. This is all we have time for today, and our creeper farm is working already. We are already getting some gunpowder, and some string from this farm. What a build, what an important farm for us for the future, for building rockets and flying an elytra. And like I mentioned, in our next episode we are building a sugarcane farm, which is an important part for rockets as well, because we are able to get paper from a sugarcane farm. And as always, if you have learned something new today, if you enjoyed today's episode, leave a like below and please don't forget to subscribe to ensure you are part of this journey. As always, my name is Mondhey and we'll see you next time.